between the two teams. You know, they seem to kind of not like each other from the word jump. But what are some of your favorite memories looking back and just calling some of those Pitt State games? In your mind, is it a rivalry, and how do you feel about it?
Oh, I think it's definitely a rivalry. Obviously, both teams point to this particular game every year. And I think it's a rivalry where both coaching staffs respect each other. Obviously, when they get onto the field, they want to win and go hard at each other. But I know talking with Coach Wright and also Coach Beck with Pittsburgh State, they really respect what each other does with their programs. And, of course, when Mel first came in, I think they took a look at what Pittsburgh State was doing at that time and said that's where they want to get to be. So they've kind of modeled a little bit of what they wanted to do after just the success Pittsburgh State has had. And obviously there's been a difference in philosophy as far as the style of play they have, but just wanted to model that success. And, of course, the Bearcats were able to build on that. But I think it's a rivalry of respect as much as a rivalry on the field. Well, and that's what really makes this fun. There's been a lot of close games throughout this run, but again, when you have two coaching staffs that respect each other, I think the players respect each other. It makes for just a good situation and a lot of fun year to year when these two teams get together.
Yeah, and how excited are you? I mean, you've been in Arrowhead. You know, it's not the first time these two teams have played at Arrowhead, but how much more excitement does it bring to the game just playing in that huge NFL venue and for each program and for recruiting purposes and, you know, for your purposes working with the journalism students even, you know, how big is this game for the university?
I think it's a big from a lot of standpoints, and you talk about the journalism students. Also, obviously, the students have a chance to broadcast from Arrowhead as well, but you look at everyone that benefits from that. The bands get a chance to perform at an NFL venue, and they really enjoy this. The fans in the Kansas City area, the alums on both sides get a chance to maybe not travel quite as far to go and watch these two teams play. And for the players, obviously a dream most of these players have is to play NFL football. Now, a lot of them won't get an opportunity to go on to the NFL, but you get an opportunity in this matchup to play at an NFL stadium. And even though there won't be 78,000 screaming fans at this, there'll be probably 20 to maybe 25,000 fans there in that lower bowl. It really holds the noise well. That's one thing that Coach Wright's talked about this week is just trying to make sure the players are pumped up and understand the type of noise that they're going to have at this stadium, even though it's not going to be an NFL type of crowd, but it's still it's going to be an experience that they'll never forget. And I think that's the one thing that's important. You know, for a lot of us who've been around the program, it's kind of old hat for us to go down there and do a game, but it's brand new for these kids that play, to the band members and cheerleaders and things. So I think it's something that it really still means a lot, even though they've been going to Arrowhead for a number of years now.
Very, very cool, and it's going to be very cool to see two teams playing at the NFL at an NFL stadium. So we need to get to the fun part right here, which is your prediction for this Saturday.
Oh, gosh, it's hard to say as far as the score goes. I think a big key for Northwest will be how they stop the option. You're seeing Pitt State come back to more of the type of offense they've had through the years that's been successful with that triple option. And if the Northwest is able to slow down that, I think they'll have a good opportunity to pick up the win. And if past is any indication, Coach Wright's defenses have had success against the option, where there's been Pitt State or in the playoffs in the past, Harding University, schools like that. But I know going up against option is something that Rich loses a little sleep every week when he goes up against an option team, primarily because you just don't see that option as much anymore out of teams. And so when you go up against a squad like Pittsburgh State that runs it so well, you have to spend a lot of time during the week getting the team ready to go for that. So I think if Northwest on the defensive side is able to shut down that option, they've got a good chance on Saturday.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I saw a poll that was done from Division I. They asked all the coaches in D1 what were the toughest schools to prepare for, or toughest coaches or schools or whatever. And, of course, Clemson and Alabama made it to the list. But the top two teams toughest to prepare for were Army and Navy because they run that triple option, and you don't see it every week. So that actually could make this game really interesting. I know my guy over here, Tyler. Here, show Tyler there real quick. See what he's wearing. You got the Pitt State stuff on. He actually went there. He's going to be going to the game. Saturday. So we're all pretty excited for it, and we're hoping that it's going to be just a great time, which I'm sure it will be. But I'm sure you're hoping it's going to be maybe like a blowout.
Well, that would be nice, but if history has anything to do with it, it's probably going to be a close game. There have been a few blowouts through the years in the Arrowhead matchup, but for the most part, it's been games that have come down to the last minute or two or last play of a game. So I would guess that there's a good chance it's going to be that type of game on Saturday.
Very cool, very cool.
I'm no stranger to the game. I've been to a few, and I am fully aware that Pitt State does not show up when they go to Arrowhead. So I'm a little nervous for it, actually, because last time I watched a game at Arrowhead, it was not good. But last time I saw the game at Northwest back in 2014, that was a pretty good game for Pitt State. So, Pitt State comes in with a very balanced attack. And so, if you look at the stats, about 1,000 yards rushing, 1,200 passing. So, it's a pretty balanced attack. The Northwest is always good. So, I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to be there.
Just hopefully we get a game out of it. So, a couple more. I got a couple questions for you. It's not to do with football, but it has to do with kind of more Kansas City based. But you can kind of answer us any way you want. So, Kansas City, we were known for barbecue, right? So you got to pick one. You got to pick one. You got to eat for the rest of your life. Who is it?
For barbecue, I'm kind of a fan of Joe's. I think they did a good job. And of course, Gates is always tough to beat as well. But I think Joe's and Gates are probably my two favorites down there.
Is that Joe's?
Yeah.
Joe's. So are you going for the Z-Man, or what are you going for at Joe's?
Oh, gosh, I don't know. It's all been pretty good.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to narrow it down too much there.
Let me just get one of everything. Let's just do that. Another thing, too, is on the side note, we're talking food now. Favorite restaurant in Maryville?
Oh, gosh, that's a tough one. It depends on what you want. A&G probably is as good as they come with a wide variety on their menu. Kind of a local college pizza place. Polly Eyes is one that I think a lot of alums come back to make sure that they get there on a weekend before they leave. But those probably would have to be my two favorite. But there are quite a few good places to eat here in Maryville.
Yeah, there is.
Nice. Yeah, we'll have to hit that up if we make it out there. That pizza sounds good to me. So
yeah,
they have a Casey's there too, so you can never count out Casey's.
We'll have to take.
We're at 3 Casey's town now, so.
Oh, there you go, 3 Casey's. We'll have to take a road trip up there and have some of that food. Take Midwest Mike's on the road.
Sure.
Get Tony Glass to come down from Iowa. And he can show us around.
Oh, I think so.
I also have a buddy who worked for you up at the station. His name's Kyle Kurtz. I don't remember that name.
Oh yeah, I remember Kyle.
Knows Kyle?
That's cool. I talked to him beforehand. I told him we were going on a show with you, and he was talking about how you helped him when he was working up there for you and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, he was a good one that went through our program. He was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, Jim Bly here. I doubt Matt Trenton is watching the show tonight. He's probably watching the Cardinals. What do you think?
Well, it's kind of hard to leave the Cardinal game to do this. We're both big Cardinal fans, and of course they took care of things early today, so that was good for us.
Oh, okay. I'll say that was going to be. We got another question I'd like to ask. If you have to watch, just one professional team for the rest of your life, you could just one, and not college. I mean, you can choose a college team if you want. So for me, I'd have to choose between Chiefs and Royals. I go Chiefs. So for you, is it Cardinals for you?
Yeah, I think so.
Man, all right.
Or the Bearcats. Or the Bearcats?
Just pro team stuff.
Yeah, talking pro teams, go back to I think 1968 had a chance to see the Cardinals in person against the Braves and Henry Iron. I've been a big Cardinal fan really even before that. So I go back a ways with the Cardinals.
Nice. That's good. They certainly put a whooping on today. I got I wasn't watching the game, but I got the alert on my phone. That was like, I don't know if that was a record inning or not, but it was 10 runs in the first inning or something like that.
I think
so that was
a record for a playoff game.
just iced it. And so then you guys will face the winner of tonight's game, which actually be a good game too, Nationals Dodgers. So, which I think Dodgers are going to pull it out. But so Dodgers Cardinals would be a really good series. If that's all right, Nationals Cardinals would be good too. So, playoff baseball is something that is really, really hard to beat, especially with the great pitching and hitting and all that stuff. So that's cool that you're a baseball fan. Not so cool that Cardinals fan, but very, very cool that you're a baseball fan.
But, you had media day today to kind of kick off the basketball season for Northwest. You guys open with a huge game on the road against Duke. Get to go down there to North Carolina and another historic venue for college athletics. How excited are you for that, to travel down there, and how excited is the team?
Well, unfortunately, I don't think I'll be making that trip. It's a homecoming weekend here, and we've got football that weekend as well. But we're going to send Matt Pitt out there, so Matt's going to get a chance to go to that one. But I really wish the schedule could have worked out a little bit better. But I tell you, it really doesn't get much better in any level of college basketball than what we've got here at Northwest with football and the success they've had through the years, in basketball with a couple of national titles here, and coming off that undefeated season last year, and a lot of the guys back this year. It's just blessed to be able to follow teams like this, and the people that are behind the program make it a lot of fun as well.
Yeah, we got the poster up here, the 2017 team that won here in our studio, the UClick TV studios, and Jim likes to point that out and let the people know, hey, we're supporting the Bearcats a little bit down here.
Well, that's good. We appreciate that.
Yeah, we appreciate you taking some time to come on with us and just to talk about the Northwest Missouri State versus Pitt State game this weekend, and some other things Bearcat land, and just I can tell you're excited. I'm excited for this game. I didn't realize it kind of came up quick. I knew it was coming, but as a high school coach, I get entrenched in my season and kind of lose track of the college stuff sometimes, but I'm pretty excited for this one this Saturday.
Boy, this season gone by, it's hard to believe that we're already 5 weeks into the year. I don't know where the time's gone this year.
Yeah, it's flown by, too. We're 5 games in, and it seems like yesterday we were in July, doing preseason stuff. But good luck on Saturday, and good luck on the call. And where can people listen to you in the Kansas City area during the game on Saturday?
That'll be KCWJ. I think they're 10:30 a.m. on the dial, Real Country at 10:30, and they do a great job with the Bearcat sports, and I know they do a fantastic job with high school sports in the Kansas City area. So we're really proud that they're part of our radio network.
All right, well, that's fantastic. You heard it. You can hear Mr. Coffey on the radio this Saturday, the voice of the Bearcats, as they take on the Pitt State Gorillas right here in Kansas City at Arrowhead Stadium. And we're going to take a short break. Thank you again, John, for joining us, and we'll be right back after this.
Yep, thanks, John.
All right.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Chavez with the Jayhawk Sports Network. And if you would like to have the same historical experience in the same arena that KU, Mizzou, K-State, the Kansas City Kings, Comets, and many other college and pro teams play at, including a Final Four, then Hy-Vee Arena, formerly Kemper Arena, is your place to host your next basketball, volleyball, wrestling, or anything that can be played on a hardwood floor. You could host your next practice, game, or tournament at Hy-Vee Arena for as little as $6 per person. That's right, $6, anybody, anytime. We have all the amenities you need, from team rooms, locker rooms, food court, and team meeting space. That's right, we are open to anyone now. So check us out at HyVeeArena.com or call 816-505-0404 today to book your historical experience.
You heard that right.
Van life. It's been defined as the continuous, everlasting void of living in a van. And if van life is calling you, then you should check out vandoit.com. Van Duit can be used as a primary vehicle with 7-passenger seating, convertible to a camper van, or anywhere in between.